Today, we're going to rate every brand's current worst-selling car. Some deserve the low sales, while others absolutely don't, like our first entry from Toyota. The GR86 is considered to be their worst-selling car, but I can't blame the consumers for not wanting to buy one. It's extremely overpriced, so most people choose more affordable hot hatches or the GR Corolla. It makes 228 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in about 6.1 seconds, which sounds decent on paper, but in the real world, it just doesn't feel worth the price. The current 86 is not really worth it. If you want one, just go used. So my final rating for the 2025 GR is 5 out of 10. Next we have Ford. Their worst selling model is the Mustang Mach-E. Every time I see one, I think, what was the driver thinking when they bought this? Ford completely missed the mark on this. Instead of making the next Dodge Durango, they made the next Tesla wannabe. As expected, it flopped. Call me crazy, but I think combining the Mustang in an SUV has potential. It's not ugly or anything, but Ford messed it all up. Thank you consumers for not buying and making it their worst selling car. 0 out of 10. Now Dodge, I think we all know what it is, the Hornet. You thought it would say the EV Charger. No, it doesn't exist anymore, thankfully, so now it's time for the second worst to take the podium, a crappy crossover. The Dodge Hornet doesn't look like a Dodge, it doesn't perform like a Dodge, and it certainly doesn't sell like a Dodge. Why did it sell so bad? Well, to put it simply, it's just a rebadged Alfa Romeo Tonale, and if you put Alfa Romeo into any car, you get a flop. Dodge, do us all a favor and discontinue this. Now. 0 out of 10. Have you guys ever seen one of these? Please let me know. Next is Chevy, and their worst selling car is the Malibu. That's sad, because it was the only sedan left that had some personality, but at this price, wow, I can see why no one bought it. It appeals to a very small niche, and that alone set it up for failure. Chevy will discontinue it, making them an SUV-only brand like Ford, but look at Toyota. They could prove that sedans still sell well in the market of dull crossovers, so clearly Chevy did something wrong. My rating of the Malibu is 4 out of 10. Now Audi. Their worst selling model is the Q6 e-tron. Looking at this price, I'm not surprised why it flopped. Also, look at it. What is this? It looks like those drivable pre-production cars covered in body panels so people don't leak design. This thing sucks. 0 out of 10. Next, Nissan with the Versa, which actually surprised me a lot being their worst seller. It's affordable and poverty spec, so people should buy a ton of them, but no. They sold so little because of its terrible resale value, and not so stellar build quality. I predict this thing will end up like the Mitsubishi Mirage. It was another poorly built affordable car, and it was discontinued last year. Long live the affordable car. People who, don't want to spend over 40 grand on a car are screwed. The Versa for me is a 6 out of 10. Fun fact, I might get a 2012 one as my first car, so if you see one driving, make sure to honk 3 times, and if it's me, I'll wave at you. No, just kidding, please don't do that. Next, Fiat. Their worst selling model is all of them. No, just kidding, it's actually all of them. But the slowest selling one is the 500e. I actually kinda like this one. It comes in fun colors, it looks really cool, but the starting price? Yikes, no wonder it flopped. This sucks because it was the only EV I actually cared for. 6 out of 10. Next up we have Subaru, and I thought it would be the new WRX, which Subaru absolutely ruined by the way, but no, it's the Accent, their flagship extra large SUV. Ew, what is this? It looks like a Subaru Forester had an allergic reaction and gained an extra row of seats out of it. At least it has 19 cup holders. That's kinda cool. 3 out of 10. Now Mitsubishi, all of them. But we need to pick one to rate, so let's go with the Eclipse Cross. What a disgrace to the Eclipse name. It's ugly, slow, unreliable, and to top it all off, it's from a brand currently on their deathbed. I don't know what video I said this in, but it looks like someone took a normal Honda HR-V and used the Photoshop smear tool on it. It looks so warped and gross, now waiting to be put out of its misery. 0 out of 10. Now Kia and the EV9. Oh god, what the hell is this? First of all, I'm probably the only one who sees this, but it looks like a Cyberpunk 2077 NPC car. It's trying way too hard to be futuristic. I thought this thing was some stupid concept at first, but I actually saw one driving, and holy crap did it shock me. There's just no way people will spend 50 grand on this. People look at those ugly rims and say, yep, that's mine. 0 out of 10. Are you guys starting to see a pattern here? Now Hyundai. Their worst selling car is the Ioniq 6, and I can't blame anyone for not wanting to own one. Geez, this thing is ugly, and is it just me or do those rims look like slices of pizza? 0 out of 10, but an A+ for quirkiness. Next up is Jaguar, and Jaguar sells pretty much nothing. But out of all of them, what's the worst? The I-Pace. Just look at this thing. Who is this for? The only reason Jaguar exists now is because of Waymo. Now, out of all the cars Waymo could choose, they picked a Jaguar? That makes no sense. Jaguar, do us a favor and go back to how you once were, because if they don't make a change soon, things won't look too good. Now, for the final rating, say it with me, 0 out of 10. If you want to see how he fixed Jaguar and many other brands, click here. Now for Jeep. This one shocked me a lot, but the Jeep Wagoneer is selling terribly. I see a lot of these, so why are they struggling to sell them? I have no clue. My guess is that not many Americans are interested in buying a tank, but we keep buying Escalades and Navigators, so why is this thing not doing well? Well, it's because of marketing. It's marketed as an SUV made for the outdoors, but the only outdoors this thing will do is go off the shoulder of the road for a few seconds from its brain-dead driver, or in a grass parking lot every once in a while. 0 out of 10. Next up is Tesla. Teslas have been struggling to sell for quite some time now. I mean, I haven't seen a single one on the road in weeks, but their worst seller is the Cybertruck. Who in their right mind wants to drive a stainless steel dumpster? Well, people that just want to show off, that's who. When they first spawned in on the road, I remember people were taking pictures, stopping their cars, honking. This one moron even stepped out of his car just so he could scream at the driver. No joke, that's what he tried to do. Looking back on that whole event, maybe he was on something. Anyway, now they just drive past you and no one cares to look. I have to say, the only time I saw Cybertrucks was either in downtown Chicago or completely vandalized at a random parking lot. They are rare, and Tesla making the claim this will be the new best-selling truck, don't think that worked out too well. I don't think Tesla could go on selling this any longer. They need to make something like the F-150 Lightning to even have half a chance at making a decent truck, but no, they went all in with a stupid and impractical design. The Cybertruck was meant to sell off hype alone, and now that the hype is gone, the Cybertruck is officially useless now. It had a good run when it was cool for about 2 weeks. 0 out of 10. Next, Honda. The worst selling car of Honda is, you guessed it, an EV. The Honda Prologue. This car just looks like a futuristic Honda HR-V, and if you take a car and make it look futuristic, you end up just making it look dumb. 1 out of 10. Maybe now they should make the Honda Epilogue. Now, BMW, their worst selling car, coincidentally the ugliest car that is ever driven on this earth, the car that basically killed off their entire brand, the BMW XM. This ugly hunk of metal doesn't deserve to exist. It looks like a BMW X5 got cut to be more jagged and decided to squint for some reason. The grille is gigantic, yet not involved with the car at the same time, and the interior is just let to speak for itself. This is exactly why it's a poor selling car. I get that it's supposed to be their luxury flagship model or whatever, something that's prestigious, not meant to sell a ton, but compared to their other models, it's terrible. It's probably the ugliest looking car of all time. No matter what color or what wheels it is in, it won't look good. You can't use the word good looking and BMW XM in the same sentence. Every angle, every trim, it looks terrible. So it's no surprise that no one wants it. Guys, think back to when you saw your last XM. Exactly. I actually saw my first one yesterday, which inspired me to make this video, and to sum it all up, I was shocked. Shocked that someone even bought one, and even more shocked because it actually made it into production. I cannot believe that person even bought one. Were they test driving it as a joke? Did they buy one because they were going through an existential crisis? We will never know, but we will know is that the final rating is negative 66 out of 10. What do you think? Do you agree with these ratings, or do you think I was a little too harsh on some of them? I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember people, drive safe, drive smart, but most importantly, drive something worth talking about. See you in the next one.